Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Proverbs 12:11. This is how I cured procrastination in my life. Number one, I stopped making excuses. I had plenty of excuses dressed as reasonable reasons as to why I cannot start or continue working on things that I needed to do, that I wanted to do. I realized that things will just never settle down. I must make a choice to prioritize what is important. Number two, I stopped scheduling when I will start to do something. If there's something that I needed to do today, I'll start it today, not next month, not next week, or the next day, because sometimes tomorrow just never came. I wrote down things that I knew God wanted me to do, and I drew up a schedule on when I would do them, and I just followed the schedule through. No excuses. I realized that in order to actually do what you want to do, you have to designate some specific time slots each week or each day, or based on what you want to do. And number three, I focused on the gain, not the pain. There's plenty of pain when you are trying to beat up procrastination, plenty of pain that you have to deal with along the way. I can unpack that in another video on what I mean by pain, but I focus on what I would gain if I do the things that I needed to do and not the struggles that I was dealing with. There are very few things in life that are easy, so it's just important that you must push through the frustrations and look at the gain beyond the pain. Don't ask, what do I feel like doing? Because willpower is a myth. Instead, ask, what does God want me to do? And do what God wants you to do. And most of the time, what God wants you to do is what you also want to do. We are very much in alignment. Jesus never said life would be easy. There will be sacrifice and commitment, but there is a tremendous reward when we do things that He calls us to do. These are some of my favorite Bible verses that encourage me to keep going when I started to slack, which happens all the time. It's just something that I constantly have to work on. I told myself that I'm never going to be perfect when it comes to beating procrastination, so I'm in training to beat up procrastination, and at this point it feels like I'm going to be on training forever, because there's always a distraction when it comes to doing things that you are called to do. So Proverbs 12:11 says, whoever works his land will have abundant food, but the one who chases fantasies will have plenty of poverty. This verse basically emphasizes the importance of diligent work and warns against laziness or daydreaming. Just stop daydreaming and do what you need to do. And then Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. We need to make the most of our time and opportunities while we're still on earth, because we'll not get another chance on the other side. And then Colossians 3 verse 23 to 24 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. And this verse emphasizes the importance of working diligently and wholeheartedly, not just for the sake of pleasing others, but for the sake of pleasing God. So if you can work to please yourself, at least work to please God. And then Proverbs 22:29 says, do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings. He will not serve before obscure men. I love that this verse highlights the value of developing your skills and talents as they can lead to success and recognition. And then the last one says Proverbs 14:23 says, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. This one shook me to my core, because obviously no one wants to live in poverty, so hard work must be done. and it encourages us to put our efforts into productive work rather than wasting time in idle talk. These verses remind us that productivity is not just about being busy, but about working diligently and purposefully using our talents and abilities to achieve our goals and serve God. So just get to work.